Life App. We share information on travel and abroad. Then, basically, anything that is going to uplift your life in this world. So, all the information that we share, I share this disclaimer. It's for information purpose. We read, we research, and then give you the information that we have. So that is what we have for you. So there's a disclaimer. Today we're going to look at the changes or the new changes um, that is going to take effect on November 1st concerning the postgraduate work permit in Canada. So I'll go into it detailed and then all the information that I have on it, I will tell you. This is very important for students in Canada, international students in Canada, and those who plan to come to Canada as students. This is very important for you. So I encourage you to stay tuned to the end of this video and then you'll get all the information that is needed. If you have any question, do not hesitate to put it down. We do our best to give you the possible answers that we have. So Life App, if you have not been part of this family, please do well to follow us. This will be posted on YouTube as well at Life App 201. So if you are watching on Facebook, you check YouTube too for the full video if you did not have it. There are so many other informations there. So without wasting time, I will go straight away and tell you those new changes so that you take notes of it. Take note of this. So postgraduate work permit program is very important for all international students, as you know, because after you've completed your school, you want to work in Canada to gain the Canadian experience, and then that will also help you in your pathway to become a permanent resident, because most of the routes you need Canadian experience. But there have been some changes which was announced recently last month around the 18th of September, and then on the 1st of November 2024 all those changes are going to be effective or going to start on that day. So I'm going to give you some news or some information I know about the changes that you have to know. So before we look at the changes, let's look at what have not changed. What hasn't changed? Hasn't changed? So there are a few things that have not been changed. They remain the same as they were. So the first one is designated learning institution requirement. The DLI institution requirement. It has not changed. Students must continue to complete a program in a DLI school to be eligible for PGWP. So this one has not changed. You still need to complete a program in DLI school. I've made a video on DLI school. It's not all school in Canada that are allowed to take international students. And then if you find your way in those schools, you'll not be eligible for postgraduate work permit after that. And then you have the fiscal presence. So you have to be physically present in Canada for your education. You can't do online program and then get a postgraduate work permit after that. You have to be physically present. And then existing applicants. So if you have applied for your PGW before November 1st, you are only required to meet the current criteria, which means you won't be impacted by the new changes. So you still have time. So if you're a student who have completed and have not applied yet, please apply it now, because after November 1st, then all these changes will affect you. But if you apply before November 1st, then the current requirement is what will be used for your postgraduate work permit eligibility or um, approval. So now let's look at the new criteria or new eligibility requirement. So the first one is for students who submitted study permit before November 1, study permit application before November 1, 2024. So if you submit your study permit before November 1, then the following condition apply when you apply for postgraduate work permit after this date. So one, university graduate or bachelor's with a bachelor, master's, or doctorate degree. So if you are your graduation or you graduate with a bachelor, a master's, or doctorate, then this will be your requirement. You need an English requirement. That's language requirement. And put it that way, language requirement. And then they are looking either English or French. Yeah, they are looking at band 7, Canadian language benchmark 7 in all the four areas: reading, writing, listening, and then speaking. You need those four in band 7 in all. So technically it means overall band should be 7, because if you get less than 7, then obviously one of them were not up to 7. So that is a requirement. That's a requirement. And then if you did other university program, then you must meet the band 7 requirement for English for and then like French also 7. But if you attended college, you did your your degree or whatever you did was a college program, college or other program like maybe diploma, certificate, or something like that, then you are required to have the English requirement band 5 in all four this thing. So like college is a little bit easier. But one thing you need to know is it's not the English requirement you need to study hard to get it. It doesn't matter whether you speak English or not, you still have to study for you to feel that. So that is, you need that English requirement. You need that English requirement. So and then the other one to other requirement to requirement two to be eligible for the postgraduate permit is university graduate, bachelor's, master's, or doctorate. Um, yeah, the first one is the English band 7, and then you need your field of requirements. No additional restriction apply. All field are eligible. So if you have bachelor's, master's, or doctorate, we are not looking at any additional where you studied. Like all field are available for that. But if you graduate from other university program. Take note, I'm saying like university with bachelor's, master. You have universities and then you have colleges. You have universities and then you have colleges. So maybe you attended the university, but you did not do a bachelor, you did not do a master's, you did not do a doctorate. So you be like the other graduate from other university program. Yeah. So for that one, your field of study should be in demand, high demand, high demand. So you have, before you apply to the school, know that if you are not doing a bachelor degree, if you are not doing a master's, if you are not doing a doctorate, then you are going to do something in high demand. Because if your program is not in high demand, after school you wouldn't be eligible for postgraduate work permit. So make sure you check that. And then if you graduate from a college, we talk of band 5 for the English requirement. And then listen to this careful. Your field you should have like it should be specific occupation facing long-term shortage. So a college, you have to have your field should be in specific occupation facing long-term shortage. So you have to research into all this before you apply to this school in order for you to get the postgraduate work permit after that. So it's, if you did it at a university but not a degree, it's not a bachelor, it's not a master's, it's not a doctorate, then you're looking for high demand. But if you did it in college, then you're looking for your field should have, they are facing long-term shortage. They are facing long-term shortage. So that is very important for you to take note of. So for the English proficiency, you know where to get them. CELPIP, IELTS, and PTE are the one that they are recommended. And make sure you do that one. Don't go and do any other one. Don't go and do any other one. So now let's look at some of the programs that when you qualify, those who did not do degree, like bachelor's, master's, or doctorate, like in the healthcare, the science, technology, engineering, and math, that are the STEM occupations, trade occupation, transportation occupation, agriculture, and agri-food occupation. So if you are applying to any school, this should be your concentration. The healthcare, the STEM, the trade, transportation, agriculture, and agri-food. So those should be your area that you work. So like breaking it down, you can look at places like agriculture, like general agriculture business and management, agronomy and crop science, animal health, greenhouse operation and management, and then